Hello everyone. This is an introduction to our 2D animation Canvas shell. This will cover how we navigate through our course this entire semester. It's pretty easy to follow through, but just to give you an idea, I'm going to cover some basics with you. So our entire class is broken into modules. This course is organized in modules. You can click on the modules on the left-hand side of the navigation or enter the class modules here. So we'll get to that in a second, but right over here is our modules. The before you begin video, that's what you're watching right now, will be embedded right here. And my name is Host-Madsen. If you need to contact me, Canvas is the best way to contact me. Messaging me through Canvas inbox is also going to have the quickest response time. If for whatever reason you're struggling figuring out how to use Canvas inbox, you can always call me or email me. Now, that being said, how do we use Canvas inbox? Unfortunately, I can't really show you because I'm in student view, but right over here, if I click on inbox, you should be able to figure it out. It says I cannot access this function in student view, but it's located right here. You look for the compose new message button. You can break it down from your course and then the person in that course you're trying to reach. So this would be the 2D animation class, and you'd be trying to contact your instructor, which is me, if you had any questions regarding the class. Very, very self-explanatory. If you are struggling though, I will go ahead and show you. Now, show you more in detail through if you need to contact me via email. Now, office hours, online by appointment only. You can get the syllabus right here. Our textbook, we don't have a textbook for this class, but we will need to download Adobe Animate. Just to show you what Adobe Animate is, I have it open right here. This is Adobe Animate, Adobe Creative Cloud Animate CC. So we're going to be creating all of our projects with this software, and this is just the basic layout. So just to show you what it is, this is Adobe Animate. Now, instead of a textbook, that's all we have is this Adobe Animate here. You can download it directly from the Adobe Creative Cloud website. The link below takes you to the website, so go ahead and click on here, and now we have our Adobe Creative Cloud website. This is where you will download this. The student discount is 60% off, $19.99 a month. It's an extremely good deal. Without it, it's I think $49.99 a month. And if there is a different bundle, they do have like little Creative Cloud Photography bundle at $10 a month. Unfortunately, I don't think Adobe Animate's in here. Maybe it is. You can look further into it. But if you're taking any other courses that require Adobe software, you are much better off just getting the entire full bundle at $19.99 a month. That's a steal. So anyway, let's go back over here. One last thing, late work. Late work will be penalized 20% each day it's late. If it's not submitted before the 5th day of being late, it will receive a grade of 0%. So keep that in mind. Now that we've covered that, let's go ahead and enter our modules. You can click here or go right over here to modules. So this is broken down very, very easily. So before you begin video right here, that's what you're watching now, I'm going to embed it in here. And then course preparation, I'll just go ahead and click on some of these things. An overview to make sure that you're fully prepared for the semester. We're going to go over lynda.com in just a second. Lynda.com is a free tutorial site that we have through the school. None of the videos that are embedded to any of the assignments are linked directly to lynda.com. So you will technically not need to log into lynda.com for this semester. However, I do recommend that you log into it at least once just to try it out and see if there's any additional information that will help you complete any of your projects. It's really just to explore some other ways. Maybe you want to try to animate something, or maybe a different tutorial that you might find interesting on there. But I record all the videos myself for this class, so technically you do not need to log into lynda.com. I just recommend it. Adobe Animate. You will need Adobe Animate. We've already covered where to download it from. And one last thing, saving your files. I can't stress enough to save often. Save all the time. Save every 10 minutes. Save every 15 minutes. There is an autosave feature in Adobe Animate. There's also a recover feature in case your project does crash. However, the recover system isn't foolproof. It's not something I would rely on 100%. Yes, it does work. There are other times it doesn't work. It will not be able to open certain crashed files for whatever reason. So you know. Save often. Save multiple versions of your project. I typically use like a number system or a dating system where I save my file as Adobe Animate Project 1, Adobe Animate Project 2, so every time I save, in case the next time I open the software, let's say my 10th file, my Adobe Animate Project 10 doesn't open because there's a crash or something's wrong with the file, some type of glitch, I can always revert back to 9 and make sure that I didn't lose all of that work that I've been doing. So that's typically how I do it. Or you could do like the date 6/6/2017 or 6/7/2017, so on and so forth, or 2018 or whatever. So that's how I would recommend saving. Also, having an external hard drive of some sort, memory stick, flash drive, USB drive, whatever you want to call it. Have some type of external hard drive to save to. This will allow you to have a backup save of all of your files, and God forbid your personal computer fails for whatever reason, you can always take your external drive and bring it to the school and work on your projects on a school computer, because our school computers do have Adobe Animate. Now, also, we have online storage, cloud, and things like that. I'm sure you've all heard of the cloud. Make sure that you go ahead and have some type of online storage. It's not required, but I cannot stress enough to have backup saves of your files. The best thing about having an online storage, no matter what computer you are on, if you've been saving to your online cloud or whatever you want to call it regularly, you are going to be able to log into any computer at any time, log into your cloud or online storage or whatever, and you'll be able to access any of those files at any computer that has internet access, which is, I think, every single computer in the world now, jokingly. But almost every computer has access to the internet nowadays. And we do have Adobe's cloud. I have links to all these different ones. If you have one, these are just some that are out there. If you have one that you use regularly, some people have a Microsoft OneDrive because it came default with their Microsoft computer or something. Others have Apple's iCloud. Dropbox is another. I recommend Google Drive, but Adobe also has their own cloud. So just so you know, they give you 20 gigs, I think, if you log in. Once you have your login, you'll be able to access your cloud there. And also, I recommend Google Drive. It's free. You get 15 gigs totally free to save to. You'll have a Gmail account, which is good to have an email if you don't already have one. And then you'll also have a YouTube account, because Google and YouTube share the same login information. So once you're logged into Google, you can log into YouTube very easily. That is helpful in the way that you can upload your animation files to YouTube very easily. And I'm going to cover in a separate video Google Drive, but just so you know. And one last thing, we're going to go ahead and just quickly, takes you to the Adobe Creative Cloud student discount, which I already had a link to. This is lynda.com in case you do want to log in and check out some of their tutorials. There is the link right here. It'll take you directly to this link and how to get an .edu student email and how to sign up for lynda.com. I do also have an older PDF that I attached in case either one if you need extra information. Then we're going into some of these user interface things. So this is kind of the breakdown of learning where the software things are. Oh, I meant to go back to modules. So Introduction to Adobe Animate, you just saw the user interface. They're all videos embedded directly into these, and once you get into our projects, here we have a discussion, labs, video response, and projects, and our final, of course. But just to show you really quickly, I'll just go through week 1 really quick. Please introduce yourself to everyone in the class. Tell us your name. What is your major? If you're still undecided, that's fine too. How long have you been at McHenry County College? Is this your first online course? Let us know if you have any prior experience animating, any animation software, or Adobe software. So you answer down here and send it. Pretty simple. Let's go to the next one. Lab 1, bouncing ball. So we're going to create your first animation. Little information up here about our lab. The lab itself, the video tutorial will be embedded directly into here. So if I just click play, it will play right inside here. It's very tiny. So you are going to want to make sure that in case you can't see it all that well, just open it, watch on YouTube. Much easier. Or you'll be able to watch it at a much larger screen size. Or go full screen. Now, going to here, we have Lab 1, bouncing ball. This is our grading rubric. So this is how I grade you. When you watch this video and you follow along with your Adobe Animate project or lab that you're doing, you will easily be able, this covers how to do every single one of these. So, convert circle to graphic symbol, that will be all located inside this video tutorial. Create your animation of your bouncing ball, submit the project file, and that's it. Now we have our video response, history of animation, humorous phases of funny faces. This is a graded discussion. It's a video response, history of animation, and I give you a little information about it or some cool facts, and then have you answer some of these discussion things. How do you think this was made? What do you like about it? What do you dislike about it? What style of animation would you consider this to be? Here is an example of a discussion response. You will respond down here, send it, and then you will also respond to 2 other students. The initial discussion post is a 100-word minimum and due on the posted due date. Responses to other students are due within 3 days after the posted due date. What that means is once you submit your discussion by the due date, you have an extra 3 days to respond to any students. So that's that. And we have another lab. It's a slightly different bouncing ball. And another one here. And then we have our project. So here's our project. Before you even do the labs, make sure you go over the user interface settings, preferences, content creation tools, selection, content modifier tools, and the timeline. Here is all of our criteria for it. This is I believe this one's a pretty long video. You can scrub through it. I think I even say that somewhere in here. But once you've got some of the labs done, you'll be able to do this project, not a problem. It's just a drawing project, drawing a picture in Adobe Animate, just to sort of get you comfortable with all of the tools. Now, those are the projects. And let's just go to one last thing. Grades. Everyone's always curious about grades. So, I already told you about late work. Assignments are weighted by group, and here are our groups: discussions, labs, projects, and final. And the weight: discussions are 10%, labs are 30%, projects are 40%, and your final is 20%, all 100%, equaling a total of 100%. So that's what you're going to be graded on. And at the very bottom, this is where your grades would be, and it would, you'd have your average grade here. So this is 10% of your final, 30% of the final grade, 40% of the final grade, and 20% of the final grade. So your final project is 20% of your entire grade. And then obviously it will give you your total grade here. Now, that's about all I've got. You can go through these. This is where all the files are, but inside of each of our lab or project, any affiliated files will be directly embedded into those assignments, labs, projects, etc. So you shouldn't even really need to go through this files one, but just to show you, all of the files are uploaded in here, but they're embedded in all of our projects, so don't even worry about that. And pages, this is all of our content pages. So that's all we have on how to navigate through our Canvas shell, what the course is about. If you have any questions, shoot me a message through Canvas preferably. If you can't figure it out right away, cell phone or email work just fine also. This should be a great semester, and looking forward to seeing your projects. Thanks for watching.